it's me, Renee. I'm back. And yeah, I suppose first of all, I have a bit of a bruise here. I don't really know what happened. It just kind of happened. I suppose when you turn 30, your body just becomes all weird. Probably not just that, but yeah. It doesn't hurt, it's just kind of there. It did bleed a bit yesterday, but not really. It's just a little bruise, a little thing. So yeah, but just so you know, it's not like makeup, it's just my body acting up, I suppose. But yeah, also I didn't post anything yesterday because time flew by, and yeah, but here I am today with the November TBR. So November, so that was like the first week of November. How do you define the first week of November? Because I mean, November starts today, but yesterday was Monday. So is this week the first week of November, or is next week the first week of November? I suppose maybe it depends on who you ask. I suppose next week is the first week that is only November, but this week is more or less November. Anyway, okay. So anyway, next week is the Gilmore Girls readathon. It's coming back. It was my first readathon after joining BookTube. I did it 2 years ago. It didn't happen last year because they took a break. So yeah, but now it's back, and I'm very happy with that. That readathon is just 1 week. I mean, there's both a bingo board and prompts, so I suppose in a way you could do it for like a whole month, and I think also you could do it that way if you wanted to do. But officially, it's just 1 week. I have some thoughts for that, and I'm thinking I might do like just a TBR for that. But I will probably, I think, mention some of those books in this video because why not? And yeah, so next week will kind of be based around the Gilmore Girls readathon, and then so as always, but like as lately, I'll also be doing some nonfiction because nonfiction November. I think it was last year. It was 2 years ago. I think it was last year. Okay, anyway, a year not long ago. Sorry, I tried to do only nonfiction for nonfiction November, and that was fun and nice. But I'm thinking that I probably won't do only that. I mean, I already have some fiction books on my TBR, but I'll do a few. Also, this year I also did quite a lot of nonfiction in September because first of September. It was like a nonfiction month in Norway here. So kind of I'm feeling a bit like not in the mood to read so much nonfiction because I just read it in September. I mean, October just ran away from me. But I want to read some nonfiction. I have some on my radar. And yeah, so there's those two things. And also, I saw someone talk about how this kind of thing, supposedly, I suppose a lot of things are things, but like some people talked about new book November. I suppose you often do like things associated with the first letter in a month, but yeah, new book November, and I have quite a few new books, and also have quite a few books that's come out this year that I haven't read yet. So I thought, yeah, why not read some new books? So that's also like a plan for November, and yeah, that's kind of like my thinking for November. And in 2 weeks' time, I'm going away. I'm going away for a weekend to my sister's. That's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna take the train so I can read a lot on the train. And I kind of plan to like go to my sister's and spend time with her family, but not. Often when go to my sister's, I also like go around shopping and stuff. But I kind of want to like just meet her and just kind of be with her. And so because of that, I'll probably read some bit as well. So yeah, I plan to read a bit that weekend. Um, Next weekend I'm going to see Daryl Brian. You know, as a stand-up comedian, which is gonna be amazing. But yeah, I mean, I'll have time to read before and that and stuff. So yeah, I suppose except the one weekend when I'm going away, I mean, I'll be doing normal stuff with like working some Saturdays. But other than that, I don't really have the major plans for November. So yeah, I'm thinking that I'll have some time to read in November. So hopefully that will happen. I mean, in October I went away for a bit over a week, and I didn't have that much time to read that. I mean, now I'm complaining. I was on vacation in New York City and Washington D.C. It was a great time. But yeah, November. I'm thinking I'll probably get some reading in. I'm thinking also kind of a bit fun because yeah, I've read quite a lot of books in September because a nonfiction thingy in Norway. But because of their Norwegian books, I couldn't kind of add them to my read pile on Storygraph. So on Storygraph, it looks like I'm behind. I'm actually a bit like ahead, I think, on my goal. So that's kind of iffy. As was yes, I could add the books, but like Storygraph is a worldwide user website. Should I add so many Norwegian books that don't exist in English? I mean, I don't know. That feels a bit weird, silly, redundant, stupid. I don't know. But yeah, but I do like. I mean, there is still like time in November and December to like read lots of books. So yeah, I think I'm still gonna make it like my reading goal. And yeah, at this point in time, I've read 125 books, and my goal this year is 150 books. So yeah, I'm not like it's not impossible. For some people, it could be, but for me, no. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna manage to do it. And yeah, this has been a lot of me talking. Now let's get to the books. So we have Star Daughter by Shweta, Sakar. This one came out 2 years ago now. Well, last year in Pocket. This year in Pocket. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of slightly based off Stardust, the movie from 2000s. I love that movie. And yeah, this one is based around Indian mythology, which yeah, it's gonna be so much fun to read. I love Arusha, so yeah, gonna think I'm gonna love this one as well. It's a standalone, and yeah, it works for the Gilmore Girls readathon because one of the prompts is to read a book by Asian author, and Shveta is Asian, so yeah. And then we have How to Kidnap the Witch, which also is by Asian author. This is an Indian author, Rahul Raina, and it's kind of a satire slash thriller. I'm not into the thriller aspect of it, but I love satires, so yeah, I think I might pick up this one. And then we have Plot Twist by Bethany Turner. This is a adult rom-com set over kind of 10 years. It's kind of like one day each year kind of story. And yeah, looked fun. And then we have, sorry, Fat Chance Charlie Vega. And this is by Crystal Maldonado. So I bought this one in the States, and yeah, I just kind of looked at it today, and it says it's set in a small town in Connecticut. So yeah, it works very well, I would say, for Gilmore Girls readathon. So I'm thinking I'll pick it up next week. And then we have A Beginner's Guide to Acting English by Shafi Kholisandi. This is her autobiography of her early life in England. Okay, so she was born in Iran. She's Armenian. Her dad have opposed the system, so they had to flee. And so she was, I think it was 8 or 9 when she came to England. So it was kind of culture shock. And yeah, kind of about her first few years in England. And yeah. Then we have As Seen on TV by Meredith Score. This is the group read from the Gilmore Girls readathon. And it's a contemporary adult romance contemporary story, and set in a small town, and love ensues, and yeah, I haven't really heard about it before, like now. Well, sorry, I hadn't really heard about it before this year, but it was actually already on my on my TBR for this year. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm mixing it with another book. Okay, maybe I'm mixing it with another book. Anyway, it looks cool. Then I plan, and this time I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to finish The Black Count, or The Den sorte greven by Tom Rice. This is a non-fiction account of the person who was the inspiration behind the Count of Monte Cristo. It was the real life story of Alexander Dumas' dad. Sorry, not dad. Alexander Dumas' granddad. Dad? It was either his dad or granddad. Anyway, yeah, it's a real life person who was Caribbean, but he worked for the army during the French Revolution, and he did a lot of amazing stuff. So this is a story about being black in the French Revolution, being black in the 1700s in France, and yeah, kind of different stuff around that. And it's a good story. I've gotten quite a bit into it now. Like that is where I am, and that is kind of where the book ends because it's non-fiction, so it has like a lot of pages with like what's the word again? With like addendums and stuff like look further reading and stuff like that. So this is kind of like where the book itself ends. So I kind of wanted to have a bookmark there. And yeah, at this point I am at page page 205, and like the whole book, like it is 391. So I suppose I'm 200 pages away, or 200, well, yeah, 200 pages away. But like it's a good book. It kind of takes a bit time now and then, but it's a good written book. It's just kind of, yeah. So this time I'm gonna finish it. I started like last year, not 2 years ago, and then didn't pick it up before this year, and yeah, here we are. But I do really enjoy it. It's just kind of like a long book. The book itself is good, but it's long. And then we have Someone in Time, which is an anthology of time travel romance. Which, yeah, excited to read more in it. I've read like no, I haven't. It's just a random place for it. But yeah, I've read a few pages in it. Well, sorry, I read a forward of it. I don't really think I've read a single story in it yet, but I want to. So yeah. And then we have De Stjerner, which is a Norwegian essay collection of feminist stories, or feminist perspectives. Yeah, from the Norwegian kind of culture, from the Norwegian society. So yeah, excited to get to this one. And yeah, that's kind of more or less my November TBR. As always, it's open to changes, but that's kind of like the vibe that I'm going for. So like these books, and then the things that I talked about in the beginning. New books, either books that I have bought this year, or books that came out this year or last year, because last year I would still say it's still new. And then non-fiction, and then yeah, just kind of randomly, other than those two, kind of picking out different books. So yeah, and I'll see you soon. Bye.